Hello dear children of class 7 and welcome to yet another online class of general knowledge. Dear children, today we are going to do the 8th chapter from your GK book. Unusual animals. Unusual animals. Now dear children, nature is filled with flora and fauna, that is plants and animals, which are very weird or unusual to look at. You won't find a second variety there. These animals, they might look like one or they might look like another, but thing is they are very unusual. They are usually unusual because they have some special modification in one of their particular body parts, or maybe their color, or maybe the way they appear. Mostly animals have these unusual characteristics because these acts as a defensive mechanism. You know dear children that most of the animals in nature, they are very small, they are very tiny, and they are often prone to be hunted by many predators. So in order to protect themselves, they have brought on special modifications in their body which acts as a defensive mechanism. It might camouflage them, it might make them appear like a predator or a hunting animal, or it might give them an edge when they have to fight against any predator. Basically, these unusual characteristics help the animals to survive in the jungle. So today we are going to learn about some of the unusual characteristics of some unusual animals. Hence the chapter's name, Unusual Animals. So let's begin. So number one, we'll do it in the style of name the following. I'll read the clues for you. Then we will write the answer on the board. We'll learn how to spell and pronounce it. Number one, this strange animal expands the back part of its body to resemble a snake in order to protect itself. It is found in Costa Rica and Belize, Mexico. Now dear children, this particular animal that we are going to learn about, it can expand its back to resemble a snake. Now its resemblance frightens away many predators who are actually afraid of a snake. So it is used as a defensive mechanism by this particular animal. This particular animal is snake caterpillar. Snake caterpillar. Let's pronounce it once. S-N-A-K-E. Snake. C-A-T-E-R-P-I-L-L-A-R. Caterpillar. So this way we have spelled and pronounced snake caterpillar. So let's move on to number 2. This lazy fish is found in Australia. It looks like a seaweed. Once again, another defensive mechanism, or we can call it a camouflaging mechanism. This particular fish, which is found in Australia, when it lies on the bottom of the sea, it looks like a seaweed. So many predator fishes, large fishes which hunt and eat other smaller fishes, they simply look at it, they think it's a lazy seaweed and they move away, whereas in reality it is a fish. So this particular fish is Leafy Sea Dragon. Leafy Sea Dragon. L-E-A-F-Y. Leafy. S-E-A-C-D-R-A-G-O-N. Dragon. Leafy Sea Dragon. Let's move on to number 3. It looks like a decaying leaf. It is found in Madagascar. Again, another camouflaging mechanism. This particular animal, when it is sitting on a branch or when it is on the ground, it makes its appearance look like a dead leaf. Dead leaf. Hence, It merges with the environment. It looks like many of the dead leaves fallen there, and predators are not able to identify it and hunt it down. So this particular animal is Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. Let me spell it for you once. Satanic. Satanic. Leaf. Leaf. Tailed. Tailed. Gecko. Gecko. Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. Dear children, gecko is a type of lizard. It's from the lizard species. Okay, mostly lives on trees, hunts and eats smaller insects. But when it comes to protecting itself, like most lizard, it has regenerative properties. That is, if it loses a tail or a leg while being hunted down by a prey, it can regrow. It can regrow. Also, this particular Satanic leaf-tailed gecko, it camouflages with the environment by making its appearance look like a dead leaf, so that the predators, the hunters, the animals which kill and eat gecko are not able to identify it and kill it. Moving on to number 4. It is completely blind, one of the most vulnerable animals in the animal world. Dear children, in order to survive in jungle, it is very necessary that all the organs of an animal are in the peak working condition. The sense of smell, sense of sight, sense of identification of animal through heat patterns like many snakes have. So all these things need to work on an optimum level, on the highest peak level. But this particular animal, it is totally blind. The sense of sight is totally missing. So you can understand that this particular animal is actually very vulnerable, very prone to attack. So let's see what it is. It is completely blind. It has an extraordinary sense of using chemical and electrical signals in its brain sent by the receptors in its body. It may be blind, but it can sense the environment around it. It can interpret the chemical and electrical signals which are sent by the brain. Hence, it is able to sense the environment around it very properly, identify any of the hunter or the prey, and make a quick escape whenever necessary. So, this particular animal is OM. O-L-M. OM. L stands silent here. So dear children, OM, those who have book, you can see in the book, it looks like a common household lizard. But if you look very carefully, you are going to see it has no eyes. As we learnt earlier, it is completely blind. Yet it is able to sense its environment, sense any danger, okay, by interpreting the chemical and electrical signals of the brain, and hence make a quick escape. So fifth one, this animal has transparent skin, so one can see its intestine, heart and liver clearly. Normally, our skin is supposed to be a covering for us. Our skin wrapped around our internal organs protects our internal organ from being seen or from any kind of injury that might come to us. But in case of this particular animal, its skin is so transparent, means light can pass through it. It is almost so thin and so see-through that its liver, heart and intestine can be seen very clearly. You don't have to cut open this particular animal to see its liver, heart and intestine. If you just look at the animal, you can identify the liver, heart and intestine. It is found in the USA. And this particular animal, dear children, is a glass frog. Glass frog, an amphibian. For those of you who don't know what amphibian means, amphibian refers to those animals who can live both on land and in water. Frogs, toads, salamanders, they all come under the category of amphibian. So this particular grass frog is also an amphibian. Now some of you might be thinking, how can a transparent skin help the frog in any way? First of all, it makes it look unusual. Secondly, as it is transparent, as its intestine, heart and liver can be seen very clearly, if it sits very still, it will almost appear like some animal has already hunted it, cut it open. Hence, most of the hunters, seeing like it is a second-rate prey, they tend to ignore it. And hence this particular grass frog stays protected. So you see, dear children, these all animals are unusual in the sense that they have special modifications in their body which helps them to avoid predators, maybe to hunt also, and most importantly to stay alive in the jungle. So apart from this, dear children, there are 3 more in name the following, that is quiz time. There is name the following. So we will solve those 3 also. These 5 were from the chapter. Now let's look at the other 3. Let's see. Number 1, it has 3 hearts and the ability to change its color. You see, these particular animals got 3 hearts. Normally we have only 1 heart which has 4 chambers, 2 auricles, 2 ventricles. But this particular animal has 3 hearts, and like a chameleon, it can change its color. And this particular animal is blanket octopus. So it is a marine animal. This, as the name suggests, it's an octopus, so it is found in sea or oceans. And most important characteristic being, it has 3 hearts, it can change its color. And like most octopuses, dear children, if it is caught, it can spray a ink like jet fluid on the face of the predator and make a quick escape. Spraying the ink makes the environment darker, the predators are not able to see the prey properly and it can escape. Now you have second one. It has a poisonous fang. Fang refers to the 2 teeth present in most of the reptiles with which they can bite and inject poison into the body of their prey or anybody they bite. So it has a poisonous fang, but it is not a snake. This particular animal is assassin spider. After black widow, assassin spider is the second most dangerous species of spider. Its bite can almost instantly kill anybody, just like the black widow. And coming to the third one here, it is color blind. Now dear children, it's not blind like it cannot see, but it is color blind. It means that it cannot distinguish between color. It cannot tell that this is red, this is yellow, this is blue, this is green. It cannot do that. For this particular creature, all the colors appear the same. It is color blind and has hairy legs that look like wings. Its legs are covered with so much hair that they almost look like wings. This particular animal is hairy crab, another marine creature. As the name the crab suggests, it lives in water bodies, okay, most probably seas and oceans, because it's an unusual creature. You won't find it in a river. It's not a normal crab, right? It is color blind and Its legs are covered with so much hair, they almost look like wings. So dear children, this ends the chapter here. I hope you have received much information from the chapter. Your work, dear children, is to refer to your book, write down all these five from the chapter and these three from the quiz time in your GK notebook. Those who don't have the book yet, you can refer to these videos. You can listen to the questions as I have read them. You can write it down and you can write the answers also. For reference, I'll be providing you the board clip. Thank you very much. Stay safe.